back when I was about 8 years old. I lived in Lockport, New York, and there was a service station down the road from the house. It was run by two brothers. One of them was Cam Ghilardi, and he raced cars. And that's how I got started in it, because back then he was running a stock car and had a midget car too. And it just got onto me, and from there it just kept going. And I built my first stock car when I was 13, which was a 37 Chevy and had a 6-cylinder engine in it. And then from there, of course, it went to V8s, and then I kept going with it, just one thing after another. And in 1968, that's when we got married, me and Sue, and also Hallebrand Trucking came on board to sponsor and own the cars for what we raced for through all the championships. Was all Hallebrand Trucking with Pete Hallebrand, and his son Pete Jr. was the biggest but help we needed to achieve everything we did for all them years.
You're a hero to a lot of the race car drivers we know, like in the modern era or whatever. Like for you growing up, was there a driver that you looked up to or that you had a racing hero?
Well, I guess if it wasn't for Cam Ghilardi, I don't know if it would have ever happened. Because there was nothing else. Now from there on, because he's the one that got me started in racing. And we've said it before, we were looking that if I hadn't have run into him, we might never have met, because I met her at Utica Rome Speedway. And from there, that's, 58 years ago. Our anniversary is the 23rd of this month, so. And then from there, we just kept after it, Because back then, with the championships, every race you ran, no matter where it was or what, if it was a NASCAR modified race, counted the points towards the title. And that came down to probably 70-some races a year. Anywhere, down south or up north or wherever, But with that helped, because when Pete Hallebrand came on board, he wanted a championship. And that's what we were after, and we got 6 of them. 6 of them when we were all together, so.
Your rivalry with Richie Evans is very, very legendary. Do you have any favorite moments from that rivalry?
Well, it's like I've told people, all them stories you heard about me and Richie, they're all true, and then some. But no, we actually, for what we were both after, we lived in the same town, and actually we got along pretty good for that. But the stories that you all heard and everybody has heard, they're all crazy true, But we ran everywhere we could just to get points. So, And now he lived there, and when we got married, we decided to live in Rome. And that's what brought all that about. He saw what I was doing, and he wanted to be a part of that too. So, and the rest is history, as they say it,
What advice would you give to a race car driver?
Well, you got to pay attention to what you're doing, and you got to be thinking all the time about the big picture, not just the little picture, And the thing is, as one person said along, you can't win unless you finish. And that was A.J. Foyt. So you first have to finish before you can ever win. And that was true, too. So.
Do you have a favorite, NASCAR or racing paint scheme? Is there one that stands out to you or a few that stands out to you as your favorite?
Well, on our cars, everything was always happening so fast that it was they were all red, But the trim on them, it was sort of whatever paint was on the shelf sometimes. That we did, and I didn't do much of the painting, but I had people that did all different stuff, you know. It turned out to be some pretty nice cars. The trim was the best part of it, I think, yes.
Awesome.